Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you are having a fantastic day. Before I begin the vlog, I want to give a couple special shout outs. One to these people right here, Eric and Stephanie Klein from around the Lexington, Kentucky area. They're purchasing this awesome 2008 Corvette. Now, the funny thing is I've traded for this twice and I've sold it twice recently in the last year, so it's kind of unique that I have this vehicle. Also, big shout out to Tom Byrne from Tacoma, Washington, purchasing this Grand Sport. Also, big shout out to these people who have bought something in the Chevy Dude merch store. Mark Jones from North Dakota, Jason Costin from right here in Kentucky, Scarlett and Jason Mick, owners of Tacoby in Castle Rock, Colorado, Justin Luttrell in Maryland, Tracy Myers down in North Carolina, and then lastly, because he asked me, because I'm so active on Snapchat, Jordan Shaw from my Snapchat, he asked for a shout out, so here is your shout out in my vlog. I don't know what this crap is, but I'm having to wear a long sleeve pullover. So happens to be a Corvette pullover, is pretty much the only thing I own is Corvette related and Camaro related. But I gotta tell you, not a fan of the cold weather. It's like 56 degrees right now, only getting up to the mid 60s here in Louisville. The yard is not looking real good. The mower guy needs to get here and mow, but nonetheless, it's a little chilly out and I'm not real happy with it. So, but in today's vlog, I figured I would discuss how I got screwed on a car deal. This goes back to 1998, I do believe. And the whole story is kind of interesting. And, you know, 2 years later after this happened, I got into the car business. I'm gonna discuss a little bit about that. And then also I'm gonna discuss what it's like buying a car out of state. That's a kind of a common question I get. It's very confusing to some, not to me. I do it every day, so it's very, very simple, and I'll discuss that to help you out down the road. If it's something that you want to do business with me, then you know up front how simple it's going to be. So let's start with the extremely routine question that almost every single person asks me is, how does it work that I'm buying a car from you and I'm nowhere near you? So obviously I'm located in Louisville, Kentucky in the Chevrolet showroom here at Bachman Chevrolet, but I also sell Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Hyundai, commercial Chevrolet trucks, commercial Ram trucks, Volkswagen, Subaru, and used cars, and I ship those all over the country. So it's done very easily. The best way that I can explain it is that we're just doing business like we're next door to each other. You and I are neighbors, and I do all the work and you reap the rewards of having a great car buying process. Everything is done accurately, everything is done professionally, and most importantly, everything is done ethically. So if you, let's say, I showed you that Corvette earlier, Tacoma, Washington. This customer is going to see this vlog. He's more than welcome to comment down below. Everything goes extremely smooth, extremely easy. And in a nutshell, I have a third-party company that I pay a service to that tells me exactly how much sales tax fees for your state, your county, all that good stuff is what I need to collect. So as a dealership practice, I collect all sales tax and fees that third-party company says. So we have the purchase price of the vehicle, we have our dealer fee, which is $299.50. We don't charge an exorbitant amount of fees. I know people are going to hate me for saying that, but it is what it is. $299.50, and then you have your sales tax and fees to where you are titled in the vehicle. I do not collect any type of Kentucky fees whatsoever. So you're not getting double dipped, you're not paying over, nothing. It's very simple. The only extra charge that you would have is if you decide to have the vehicle shipped. So if you're shipping to, say, the Northwest, you're gonna probably be around $2,500. If you're shipping somewhere here in the Midwest, $1,000, $1,200, $1,300, just depends on the locale and what we're shipping. And I typically always ship enclosed. The reason I want to ship enclosed is because most of my cars that I ship are brand new cars. And let's face it, if you buy this Camaro right here, or that Camaro, or that Chevy Volt, or that Chevy Cruze, when you buy a new car, do you really want to have to clean it? So I ship everything, including this work truck that you see right here, down to Mobile, Alabama area. It's a simple Silverado work truck, and I put it inside of an enclosed trailer and shipped it right to the front doorstep of my customer. Any other questions on this matter, throw them down in the comments below, and I'll try to do my best to answer them for you. January 14th, 2000. I had 2 kids, I had one on the way. wasn't paying my bills, have no idea how I got approved for the mortgage that I bought a year earlier. I was behind on that, and I needed a job. The job that I had was outside sales, and I was failing miserably. The job prior to the outside sales, I was making minimum wage at a Pizza Hut that I was literally riding my bicycle in the snow to get to work. 4 or 5 miles down the road. Of course, us old timers, did I just say us? You old timers, excuse me on that. You old timers will say it was uphill with no shoes, and it was both ways uphill. So, you know, I sat here and had those life experiences to kind of say it in an extremely short manner. So now comes January 14th, 2000, and I'm failing miserably in that sales position, and I needed to find something else. So Monster.com was the new go-to how to find a job on the internet. So Saturn of Fort Wayne called me, and they offered me a job. They guaranteed me $1,800 per month. And I was like, whoa, you guys will pay me $1,800 a month just to come here? And if I sell cars, then I will have the opportunity to make more money? Done. I took the job immediately. And then it set in. I was like, well, wait a second. I don't want to be a scummy car salesman. That's horrible. Car salesmen are horrible, horrible people. And so I sat there and I thought to myself, I'm never going to be that person. I'm never going to be that car salesman. I don't want to be that way. And my thought process was that what happens if I'm down at the local home improvement store, I'm at Walmart, I'm at Meijer, whatever the case may be, and I run into a customer and I screwed them over, and I'm with my little itty bitty kids. What's that going to look like to them as a father figure, as their parent, that I screwed somebody over? So that's where I am today, and I'm going to talk about how I got screwed over in my first car deal, which is going to go a little bit more into that detail. But I do want to give a couple shout outs because these people sculpted me correctly. First of all, they made me go to this training that I really didn't want to do. It was down in Spring Hill, Tennessee. They literally sat here and they did trust balls, and someone had to catch you and build trust with that new individual that you just met. And it was with Saturn. And when I get back, they're like, hey, this is exactly how we do business. We don't negotiate on price. We sell it for exactly what's on the window sticker. We take care of our customers. That was the biggest thing. We take care of everybody. And that gentleman's name was Mike Funk. His sister worked there. His sister was in sales. She went into finance later. A really good guy who hired me, who gave me the opportunity, was Joe Shape. I think everybody didn't want to hire me, and he was like, no, we want to hire this guy. So he had my back from the get-go. And then one of the sales guys who I'm still friends with today, Kevin Miller, he helped me get like my sales process follow up. He told me from day one that the key to success in the car business is follow up with your customers after they're sold. So as a customer, and you know how well I follow up, that comes back from right at the beginning. I downloaded a pirated software because I couldn't afford it, right? But I was an internet nerd and still am an internet nerd, and I knew how to pirate software back in early 2000. So I found a crack and I downloaded the program Act. Hopefully the statute of limitations is up on that 19 years later, because I don't want to self-incriminate myself. But so I pirated that software and used that for follow-up system, and here I am today. Whatnot. So there was a used car manager, Gary. He was a really good mentor. I don't remember his last name, but he was a really good guy. And then even the finance person, which I don't think anybody liked, Gina, I think her name was Gina. You know, and this is 19 years ago. I remember these people like it happened yesterday. But they all taught me something and how to do the right thing in the car business. So here I am today doing this. So it all stems from me getting screwed over on my first car. And that first car was in 1998. I was purchasing a 1999 Dodge Stratus. Now, this vehicle was not something that I woke up to and said, hey, listen, I want to purchase a car today. It all stemmed from being scammed and screwed from the get-go. Now, I was in an automobile accident, just a minor fender bender, nothing crazy, and I was driving a car that was pretty much given to me, and maybe I paid my neighbors like 500 bucks over a few weeks or a few months for this car. It was something they didn't really want to sell. The transmission was acting up, and still friends with these people today, and whatnot, but it was just a nice, good, dependable car that could get me back and forth to work. So came into a minor fender bender, It was a Hyundai Accent or a Hyundai something back then, and so I took it to the local Hyundai dealer. I've never dealt with them, didn't know who they were, and they had fixed the bumper without asking me any questions. It was an insurance claim, right? So I didn't think anything of it. Well, when I go to pick it up, they're like, how are you going to pay for this $600 that's still owed on this? Like, well, I don't owe anything. It wasn't my accident, it wasn't my fault. You know, that's their insurance, blah, blah, blah. And long story short, they're like, well, if you can't afford the $600, maybe we can just use it as a trade-in towards a new car. It's like, okay, so what kind of new cars can I get? I can't really afford a whole lot. You know, I'm working in lawn care at the time, and it's not really, you know, it's making the bills and stuff like that. I don't have any credit. My mother-in-law co-signed for me. So again, long story short, I finally told them that I could afford $200 a month, and they did it. Well, they finally, after a long time of working back and forth and getting to the payment where I can afford, getting it approved and all that, they put me into the finance office. And one of the very first questions that guy back there in the box asked me was, Mr. Davenport, how are you going to take care of the sales tax? Now, in my mind, sales tax was a big number, thousands of dollars, right? Well, obviously I know now 19 years later that sales tax is very few pennies on a lease. So now they put me into a 5-year lease, okay? Nobody stop laughing. Stop, don't you laugh. Don't you dare laugh at me. 5-year lease, 12,000 miles per year. A year later, I started getting into the sales position that I wasn't very good at. And I was putting a whole lot of miles on the car, miled the car out, and put way more miles on it than what I was supposed to over the 5 years, and really put myself into a hole. So they asked me up front, how are you going to handle the sales tax and blah, blah, blah. Well, I didn't have any money, right? They were doing a $0 down, $200 payment. So they raised my payment to like $240 some odd dollars, okay? So that equates to about $2 grand on a lease. So basically what they did is they raised the price of the car $2,000. I didn't know it, I didn't catch it. And I didn't know this until about a year or two into the car business, because I had this car until 98, 99, 2001, 2, 3. I had this car till like 2004 or 5 because I paid it off and after the lease, because I had to, right? And I just had it there in 2006. Oh, that's when I did it. In 2006, I traded it towards my Grand Prix GXP that I had. So so I had that car from 1998 to 2006, and the last several years it was parked out back at the dealership, not moving. Manual transmission, base Dodge Stratus and whatnot. So that turns me into, when I got into the car business, I mentioned it earlier, that I don't ever want to screw someone over. I want to be straightforward with people. I want to be honest. You know, I'm a pretty cut and dry person. I'm a pretty analytical guy, and if you don't know me off YouTube, you know that I'm kind of an introverted person as well. So so I just really want to get things done and move on. I don't really want to sit here and have arguments or confrontations or whatever the case may be. So that's what I've always done for 19 years. And I don't tell you any of this to be narcissistic or egotistical or say that I'm better than anybody. I'm just giving you the story because I think it's a good story, and I think it's something that you would enjoy, and to know where I come from with the car business and the philosophy that I have in car sales. So you can know that up front when you're calling me, that, you know, pretty much everything's going to be straightforward, especially because I'm so public. You know, I definitely don't want to be doing stupid stuff and just, you know, trashing me or my family or anything like that. So I think that's pretty much it on the car deal, and it's really made me where I am today. I think I'm being a little redundant, I'm talking way too much, but it's just an ad-lib story. I didn't script it out, it's coming from memory, and literally today, because I mentioned it a couple vlogs ago, and people over and over and over was like, mention that story, tell us that story. So there it is. So I'm going to end the vlog here. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If this is the first time you are watching my videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the thumbs up, and leave a comment below. Support my channel by using the links below as well. You got the Chevy Dude merch store, you got Amazon and whatnot, and just continue watching my vlogs. So I really appreciate you guys here. I really love the comments, and I look forward to seeing you on the next vlog. So thanks again for watching. Have a fantastic day and drive safely.